Hi and welcome to another episode of Soof Box with me, Sophia. Today I was thinking maybe we could do some drawing. So every episode we either draw, make or create something. And this episode I was thinking maybe I was going to do this old sketchbook that I have. And I really love using coloured pencils, and I was thinking maybe we could do some colour pencil drawings and I could just talk about some techniques and quick ways of just kind of laying down colour and texture and really making use of how colour pencils kind of work. So the colour pencils I tend to use a lot are these Progresso pencils. They're the woodless ones, but you can use any colour pencil. The reason I like these is I find the pigment really strong and they're really kind of colourful, bright, kind of in your face, beautiful tones. So I was thinking maybe we could, let's draw a plant. Let's start off with that. So I've got my page. This one's broken, but that's okay. I'm going to start by drawing a plant pot. I think sometimes with pencils, you might feel the need to like start, I don't know, do them lightly or draw out an outline, but actually I think just dive straight in. Don't be hesitant, just be really bold and strong with your mark making. I tried to start by colouring in shapes and just pressing really hard with a pencil, and you get these really beautiful textures kind of coming through, and then lighten it up. So it's all about the pressure and applying a lot of pressure for dark areas and lighter pressure for spaces without shade, so you can sort of start seeing that. So I'm thinking let's do some plants, so I might go for this. Generally when I'm sketching I don't really think about what I'm going to draw. I just sort of let the pen and the page sort of give me that answer, and that's quite a fun way of drawing because it surprises you as well as anyone else. So I'm just drawing these kind of teardrop shapes in a row, and I think maybe afterwards we can just sort of go through and like connect the lines and stuff. But thinking about how leaves and stuff spread, I might jump in for a little darker tone and a darker shade here. Just kind of break it up. Yeah, I love the pigment on these, beautiful. And press really hard, don't be afraid, don't do these kind of light little touches, just go really in and almost like you're kind of scratching away at the page, like give them that pressure. And maybe a touch of purple, why not? I think a little purple. One or two little touches of purple I think had some real nice joy, almost like a bouquet of a flower. Maybe some yellow. I might do just a yellow little line. I don't sharpen these that often. I kind of keep them quite dark and quite blunt even, because that means when you're applying pressure you can really like kind of get into it. But every now and then when you sharpen them and you get that kind of fresh sharp pencil feeling, it's lovely. I'm just drawing these in now, and I'm just drawing the stems, thinking about connecting them to a little, but not too much. Beautiful. And a really lovely abstract way of kind of drawing with pencils. I'm going to go for this darker shade of blue. It's not really darker actually, it's just maybe a different tone of blue. And then lighten the pressure. So that's how you kind of build that shading. You just go all in, or pressing really, really hard, and then just lighten it up as you kind of go along. I think that's about it. I don't think I really want to do anything else to this that I know of. So I might just sign this off. And today's date, I can't remember today's date, but I'm just going to put in April 2020. And I think I might stick this in my sketchbook actually, because I really, it just feels quite nice. One of the things I've started doing is I've actually started working quite a lot on loose sheets of paper. I find that's quite a nice way of drawing stuff, because sometimes when you're in a sketchbook you feel quite confined to like the page and the format, whereas there's something really nice and freeing about working on loose sheets of paper. Let's do one more before we wrap up. I think I might draw a person. So I'm just going to grab... One of the things I kind of like about this is you're just blocking in shape, and you're not really thinking about how this is going to connect to the foot. It's just sort of going to happen and trusting it. my style of drawing isn't realistic in any way, and I think that kind of helps. Having this kind of unrealistic style it surprises you and it surprises me as well. I think I'm going to do some rainbow dungarees. I'm going to draw myself in rainbow dungarees. I have a really nice funky pair that are rainbow, and then it's yellow. What's your favourite outfit to wear? One that kind of really brings you joy and just makes you feel like you're at home in your body but also having a lot of fun. I don't know if you have that outfit, and if you don't, I think that's my challenge to you, is to go and find that outfit. And again, I'm just pressing really hard. It's more about making marks on the page than it is about creating the perfect kind of drawing of a person. What comes after blue? Red and orange, yellow and green, blue, indigo. I might have to do purple. So my dungarees don't have pink in them, but I think a pink might look quite nice in this, so I'm just going to add a pink. I'm going to do maybe the last red and kind of get that foot going. And then a little bit of orange, and maybe I might be able to just squeeze in a bit of yellow, I think. You could quite easily do something similar at home where you're thinking about adding these blocks of colour. So when you're thinking about your t-shirt or your trousers, draw the shape of them. Just draw them almost in quite boxy shapes. Okay, so now that I've got that, I can maybe draw my neck. And I think I'm going to give myself a green t-shirt. I don't know a green t-shirt, but in this world, I do. And like, none of this is perfect. This is all just you moving the pencil on the page and just expressing yourself in whatever way feels right that day. There's my arm. Draw the hand. Can you draw hands? That's something I always struggle with. So I kind of do these little claw-like shapes and call it a day. Amazing. I actually quite like this. I think it looks really nice. Quite childlike. I think I find that a really kind of nice thing to come back to. These kind of imperfect childlike illustrations. I think I'm going to add my hair on. And then I might see if I've got a nice pen I can use to add in some kind of like facial features and stuff. Let's see what I've got floating about. I've got this grey. It's not that good. Maybe I'll have to go back to the black and press quite hard. I think that's something really nice about illustration and drawing. It's about capturing your tone of voice, and your tone of voice is never going to be photographically perfect. It's going to be really unique to you. And I'm trying to see if I can get some of the hairs on my arm and maybe my leg. It's about developing a style. I think the more you lean away from trying to draw like a photograph or trying to make it realistic, the stronger and more interesting your style is going to be. So maybe I'll just draw a little and it's just about drawing in the things that you see and kind of blocking them out, and the more you do this, the better you're going to get without planning, the better you're going to get with just kind of trusting that something's going to happen on that page. I'm not sure about yellow. I think maybe I'll do a green background. I love the sound. If you had like a really nice texture underneath that would show up as well, almost like crayon rubbings that you might have. I've only just got a sheet of paper underneath, so I'm not worried too much about texture. But just about kind of adding a bit of a background, but not too much. I'm sort of happy with that. It's a really playful, almost childlike drawing. But for me, what I really wanted to show was how you can sort of block out forms just using crayon and pen and pencil. And pencil I think has a lot of potential. So like this was all drawn in pencil, and it's the same technique. You can just see I'm rubbing and drawing, but it's about almost laying down a colour and letting that kind of show these gestural forms of what we're making. So that would be my challenge to you. How can you move away from drawing realistic and just start drawing blocks of colour and just get texture on the page and pressure? So pressing really hard, pressing really light, and not planning any of these, I think, is my challenge for today. So thank you for watching Soof Box. Your Soof Box challenge is to go away and do 10 drawings, maybe using crayons or coloured pencils, and try finding new and different techniques of using them, ways that surprise you.